loves. We're doing a take 4. Every time I start this video, the phone rings. And I'm trying to get it done before I have a phone call that I need to be on in just a minute. Squeezing it in. So, take 4. Welcome to Bottom of the Bounce. It's not going to be a long one. It is, I'm trying to keep you guys updated. However, here's the thing with this particular bounce, if you will. Ouch. It's like walking through molasses. We're working on so many big things to save our lives and lifestyles right now that you do everything you're told to do, but then what you're faced with after you do it is to wait, right? Robin, go get a job. Well, you apply or you interview and then you're waiting on somebody else. Get those taxes done. I send them off and now I'm waiting on somebody else. Get the disability. We hired the attorney. We did the things. We did the phone calls. We've sent the letters. We've done this stuff, but now you're waiting. Rich needs a transplant. We've done all the things. Now we're waiting. What else is there? Bankruptcy. You go to court. You hire the attorney. You file the papers. You do what you can. And now you're waiting. Right? So it's pretty much just our life right now is we've done the things we have to do. We've done the things we need to do. And now we're waiting. We're just waiting. It's all we can do is just wait. So sometimes I feel like I'm not updating you guys, but at the same time, there's not always anything to say until something happens. There's really nothing to say. We went to bankruptcy court. The judge did not understand, or I went to court. Rich didn't feel well that day. And, yeah, there was like a lot of questions. The judge even said she didn't understand my life, which let me say, I didn't understand her life either because she was an hour late and everybody stood up when she walked in and then called her Your Honor. If I was an hour late to my job, I'm either going to get fired or if it's a photography one, the people are going to leave. They're not going to wait for me and ain't nobody going to call me. They might call me stuff, but it wouldn't be as nice as Your Honor. So yeah, I didn't get her world either. I did not say that to her, obviously, but right. So yeah, she was just kind of, I don't get your world. You're saying you're going to do these things and you're trying to get in a position where you have the time to do these things and I'm not following. And I completely understand her. I get it. Because you know what? I wish I had something more concrete to offer up also, but all I can do is try to get to the concreteness. I don't know the word for that. How do you conjugate that? But the stability of it all. I want that too. I want to be able to tell her that because it is happening. And I am working towards that. I am working towards the whole photography thing, just like I told you in the last one. I had the gut punch of not getting a job that I really thought I was going to get. And I decided I am still moving forward with what I was going to be doing if I had that job. It was going to give me more time to focus on photography. I can still do that. I'll just get up earlier. I'm just gonna, you know what? Maybe I take a break in the middle of the day at work. We don't get lunch hours, but maybe I take a lunch minute if I need to call somebody back. Or maybe I don't watch a TV show with Rich. I do something for work. I'm going to focus harder. I'm going to make it happen regardless of what happened on the other side of life. Because I can't control all the other things that we're waiting on, right? I can't control them. I can only do what I can do. So in the spirit of that, I have doubled down on my photography and my art, and I've been doing blogs, I've been doing newsletters, I've been, looking at different networking things, I've been making sure to do my art, I have been working on some portraits that are happening, I've been making social media posts, I know what I'm focusing on this summer. I've really doubled down on that because it's what I love, it's what I want to do, it's how I know I can support my family, and I just have to get back to it. So, yes, that has happened. So, bankruptcy, I get that you don't get me. I'm trying. Photography, we're coming back. The job I have now, I mean, it is what it is. It's straight commission, except for you don't get to just focus on commission. You are cleaning bathrooms out. I had the experience of having to dig used tampons out of a little 3 stalls of trashes, and never did that before. So yay, got to do that at work. You know, there's just a lot of things that you have to do that are just volunteer work. Since it's straight commission, you're just doing what you have to do. But it's the job I have right now. I'm grateful that it has great benefits. And I'm working to change things about that. I'm working on it. As far as disability, Rich had an hour-long phone call with the attorney's office, this new attorney that is helping him with that, and they asked all of the questions for an hour. You know, when you were working, did you squat? How many hours a day did you squat? Did you stoop? How many hours a day did you stoop? Did you walk? How many hours a day would you say you walked? Were you ever exposed to the outdoors? Were you ever cold? Were you ever hot? Were you ever on a ladder? Did you ever have to lift anything? Did you? An hour. And after every question was, how many hours a day did you do that? Did I squat? And it depends on the day. Yeah, no, it was, I'm glad I heard it, because I don't think I would have believed it if I didn't hear it. So you go through that hour, and then she says, we're going to send you a letter. When you get the letter, make sure that you let me know that you got the letter. Done and done. And then she said, okay, now you need to return the letter. Okay, done. So now you're back to waiting. We're waiting. So waiting on photography to kick back in. Waiting on everything with the job, the photography, that's just a whole money-making situation there. You're just waiting. On disability, we're just waiting. You know, Rich's kidney, there's always something new that he has to do that he hasn't done or he didn't know. Like, literally, he was at the cardiologist and then went to dialysis like the next day or maybe even that afternoon. And it turned out he needed some test that the cardiologist didn't say he needed. Well, now you need it because to get a kidney, you have to have that. And he's like, why didn't he tell me that while I was there? Well, I'll make another appointment with him. Well, you can't make another appointment with him. We have to refer you to him for this test. So then you're waiting again. Like, he just did the appointment and now he's waiting on them to tell him to call him to... You're just waiting, right? So a lot of these situations, from disability to the kidney transplant to the bankruptcy to affording everything, all of these things, you're doing it and then you're waiting. You know, get all the taxes done, everything done. I've done everything. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. On one more thing. I'm just waiting. Everything's done except for one thing. And it isn't me. So you're just waiting. So it is a little frustrating sometimes when I want to get on here and I want to tell you guys everything that we're doing, so we're bouncing back up and everything's getting so great because we're doing all the right things. The world doesn't work that way in this situation. I'm finding I can't just bounce and then things get hard and I bounce a little more. Like, I thought it was going to look like one of those graphs, right? Like it's kind of a mountainous, but this way it's not almost. It's like you do something and you think you're there and then it just flatlines. And then you might get bad news. You have to do another thing. So now you're down here waiting and then you do the thing only to find out. It's not really a bounce. It's kind of a cross-country ski. We're not really at the bottom of the bounce. We're just at the beginning of the cross-country snowshoe event. So, having said that, I mean, we're getting our stuff done. So I guess that's good. we're doing all of the things, so that part's good. There is a little to being able to sit here and be like, well, I'm caught up. I've done everything I can do. Rich has done everything that he can do. We hope it's enough. I mean, we're obviously still kind of in that he needs to stay healthy long enough to get his kidney. We have to survive and still try to keep our house, which is that's the whole point of the bankruptcy. Like, we don't want to lose our home. We're just trying to save our home. Oh my God. Like, if I could just, I don't even have to win the big lottery. If I could just win a little lottery, it would finish paying off the house we've been in for 23 years, that now suddenly we find ourselves in a situation where we could lose our house. And all of this is to try to save our house because we don't want to move. And I can't imagine moving after losing the studio and everything's here. So our house is just full. And I have a terminally ill husband. No moving needs to happen right now. So a lottery win would be really cool. If there's just somebody who's bored out there that would like to just gift some thousands, just that would be great. That didn't have to be a big lottery. You want to, like, I don't know, 50,000 would change my life. If you just have more money than you know what to do with, I would put it straight towards my house and it would change my life right now. 100%. I hear there's people like that out there. I don't know any of them. But if you do, if you could just forward this to them and be like, hey, Rich and Robin have some stuff going on. Just go back to episode 1 and you can see what they've been going through. If you want to just, gift them the gift of home. That would be cool. If you want to gift the gift of a kidney, that would be amazing. Living donors are a thing. And I think actually I've done a whole podcast about that, and I put the information to do that. Kidneys would be great. We're taking kidney donations. We're taking money donations. Anybody have a really groovy job that pays well? You just need your family photographed. I got you on that. I got you. We can make beautiful art. So, I mean, I'm being goofy, but, just thought I'd throw it out there. However, I know it's getting to where it's like I don't have anything to update. I'm just kind of on here saying the same stuff time after time after time. I realize that. But the one I'm saying now is, you know what I did change? I'm really focused back on my photography. Fly Hippies coming back to life, which I freaking love. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the painting is doing really well. I am really working hard on painted portraits and on a mixed media type thing where you're photographically putting the portraits on canvas, but then I'm actually applying hand painting over them. And they are so beautiful and I love them. And I am trying to get a bunch of them done, in all honesty, because I do want to start doing some art shows and like getting out there so you guys can see what I'm working on, because it's really hard to do that over video. It's hard to tell what's a photograph and what's painted to a degree. So I want to kind of get out in the world to show you guys what I've been working on, because they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. And then you have a one-of-a-kind portrait in your house and chef's kiss. They're stunning. This summer though, I'm doing a lot of black and white portraits because those are also popular at my studio. Lots of black and whites. So if you know somebody who needs that, I'm your girl. Give me a call. Just schedule a phone call, because I need to know what you want before we photograph it. That way I make sure that we get it right. We want to know where your portraits are going to live. So that is something that I'm like, you know what? I'm not waiting on the world to get to where it's a little easy and I can focus on it. I need to create art. It's what makes me whole as a human. And so I just started. I just started. I'll just get up earlier. I will stay awake later. I have started teaching some classes. I am tutoring the most wonderful lady in photography, and she's so much better than she realizes that she is. So I don't know how long she's going to need me, but I have loved teaching photography again, having my classes again, doing the art again, starting to create more, painting more. I'm going to have paints. All my paints are right here. If you saw my desk, you'd be like, yep, she's doing the things. And that is the coolest. So yeah, I've been updating you on all the other stuff, but maybe I'm going to start updating you more on the artwork, because that's the only thing that I have control of right now. The rest of it, I feel like I'm waiting on the rest of the world to tell me the next step. And the next step isn't always great. You know, it's not always, it doesn't always feel progressive. Sometimes it feels like it's stopping you. And that is the weirdest feeling. So hopefully I'll be talking to you about more art stuff, because that is what's changing right now. That's what's doing better right now. And that's how I'm going to be able to save all of this. Like the house and everything, this is how I'm going to be able to do it, because the world wants me to get a job, and I get that. And I am not opposed to said jobs, but I think it's hard to be gone 11 to 12 hours a day and then trying to do something that actually will make more money in addition to that. It's been a challenge, but it's not a challenge that's going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop me. I mean, granted, if we lose the house, I might be making art from a tent, but that's okay. No, it's not okay. We don't want that. We're not putting that in the universe. Okay. All right. So that's my update of why there's really not a lot of updates right now. But the next one, hopefully there will be some art involved in that, and it can just be a happy little video. And I forget what number this is, so that's why I'm not saying it. But I will see you guys soon. Thank you. I am going to go get ready for my phone call that I hope goes well. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Mwah! Oh, boop. I haven't booped you. I don't even know if I did last time. Boop, boop, if I didn't.